Good afternoon, everybody. It is Talk to Me Tuesday. So while I'm pulling up my chat, let me just remind you that my name is Angie Atkinson, and on this channel, I offer free daily video coaching to help you discover, understand, and overcome narcissistic abuse and toxic relationships. I like to call it toxic relationship rehab. So if that sounds good to you, please hit that subscribe button and we'll get going. All right. So it's Tuesday, and Tuesdays today we do 2 live sessions. We do the one in the morning as usual, Monday through Friday. We go live around 9:15, 9:30 a.m. And we have our little sessions with our tribe. And Tuesdays, we go twice. We go again at 1 p.m. Central Time, which is where we are right now. So good morning, or good afternoon, everybody. Lynn Powers is in the house. Hey, Lynn Powers, welcome, welcome. And Happy Heaven is back. Happy to see Happy Heaven. Hello. She says, hi, Angie. Hey, hey, hey. Hi, everybody. And everyone says Happy Heaven. Very happy to see you guys. We have Megan Vardaro in the house. Hey, Megan, how you doing? Welcome back. She says, hello. Finally able to listen in on another chat. Very happy to hear that. Misty Trinkle is back. Hey, Misty, how you doing? Welcome back, honey. Malta McMurtry says, welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday with Angie Atkinson, and offers help for those with technical difficulties. Breon Garner and his beautiful face are back in the house. Hello, Breon. How are you, honey? So proud of your 5-month mark. Let me scroll back up here. And Muffy Lewandowski says, blessed day to Angie, Malta, and the family here. Very happy to see you, my love. Happy to see you back today. And hello, Megan. She says, and hello, Miss Ange. Hello, girl. How you doing? Irish Indian is back in the house. She says, happy afternoon, tribe. Hey, Irish Indian. Missed you this morning. Hope you're feeling well. Oh, I did see you this morning. Did I? I don't know. I'm having a long day. Hey, 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 Carlita. How you doing, honey? Malta says, hey, Angie and Muffy. Donna Doherty's back in the house. Hey, Donna. How are you doing, honey? I haven't seen you this morning. Southern Belle is here. Hello, Southern Belle, and welcome. Happy to see you today. Malta McMurtry says, welcome, everybody. Muffy says, I can't hear you, my friend. Is it my phone? Can you guys hear me? Am I muted again? Hold on. Let me check. Oh, nope, not muted. Okay. I hope you can hear me. Misty Trinkle says, how do I stay calm around the narc until I can get away from him? Would love any tips. Okay, Misty. One of the things that I recommend is sorry, my light was flickering. It was weird. One of the things I recommend, Misty, is to consider gray rocking, and I know you're trying that some, but to basically not react with any emotion at all. Pretend everything is just peachy all the time, and or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So if there's negativity happening, walk away if you can, and if you can't walk away, look at the spot right above the eyes or look right over the head. Don't look into the person's eyes. Don't look into the narcissist's eyes, and just try to stay calm. I know, how do I stay calm? Try to stay at least externally calm, and within yourself, stay focused on going forward, on what you want, not what you don't want. Let me know if you're looking for more specific tips on this, and if there's a specific situation I can help you with. And plus, check out my videos on Gray Rock. That might be helpful as well. Happy Heaven says, Angie, I'm starting to understand and allowing myself to heal. Thank you for all of your help. I'm so happy to hear that, Happy Heaven. That is beautiful news. And hands up for Happy Heaven, everybody. That's great stuff. Angie L is here. Hey, Angie L, welcome back. She says, hi, Angie and tribe. Hope all is well with everyone. Stop the Chaos says, love Tuesdays. Double dose. Hey, Stop the Chaos. Grabbing breakfast with a friend, a little shopping this afternoon, ignoring his texts and enjoying my day. Realized every day could be this good. Not focusing on losses. That is a beautiful thing, my friend. I'm very proud of you and so happy to hear that you're in a better place and that you're focused on, focusing on what you want and not what you don't want. That's so important. I don't know why my light's acting weird. Okay, let's see here. Malta says audio is okay. Thank you. Southern Belle can hear me. And Misty Trinkle says, awesome, Stop the Chaos. Malta says, Muffy, please refresh. Irish Indian says, you're wonderful, wonderful to remember, Angie Atkinson. I was briefly this morning. That's what I thought. Crazy day at work. I always look forward to the recap at night. That's excellent, Irish Indian. Thank you so much. Malta says, Muffy, audio seems to be working on this side. Great. Jennifer Schroth is back. Hey, Jennifer, welcome back. She says, I'm glad to be back again today. First day watching live. I love all of your videos, and I wish I had the strength to get away from my boyfriend. You will. It's a process. You will have the strength. Stay focused on what you want, and remember that you don't want to be in that abusive situation forever. You know what I'm talking about? It will get better. I promise it will. Just stick with us. You know, sometimes you need to hear some success stories, and you need to hear some other people going through what you're going through, and it can really encourage you to do better. You know, when I lost all that weight before, it was way back at the beginning of the internet, not really, but it was really before Facebook was a big thing. And there was a website called Buddy Slim, and I know for sure that part of the reason I was able to lose the weight is because of the Buddy Slim system, because we would blog out what we were dealing with, and people would encourage us and help us move forward. And that's kind of what we're doing here. So I know it works for lots of things. And so this group here is very supportive, Jennifer. And if you haven't yet joined SPAN, you might consider doing that. You can learn about that at queenbeing.com/SPAN. So that way you can kind of have 24-hour support if you need it, you know? All right, SM says, hey, SM, welcome back. Says, hello, Angie. Oh, I went for my trip. It was awful. She says, I was emotionally numb and I couldn't mingle. I felt it was just an illusion. I didn't want to return home to face reality. Returned home and broke down. Oh, honey, I totally feel you. And I'm so sorry the trip wasn't good. I understand feeling just like that. I really do. I understand feeling almost like you're in some kind of a bubble watching the world while you're at an event like that or in a situation like that. I'm really, really sorry. How are you feeling today, SM? Are you feeling any better, or are you still feeling pretty devastated? Let me know. Maybe the breakdown was necessary for your healing. I don't know. You tell me what you think. Stop the chaos. Wait a minute. I lost my spot. I hate when I do that. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Stop the chaos says, you're right, Angie. It can be kind of fun when you let yourself start living outside the shadow of drama. Absolutely. Yeah, it turns out it's kind of awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Stop the Chaos. I really do appreciate it. Susan says, hello again. Welcome back, Miss Susan. How are you, honey? I'm so glad to see you again today. Susan must be having a little bit more space in her schedule today. Sometimes she's too busy, but she always stops in when she can, and I always appreciate seeing her beautiful face. Malta says, hello to Jennifer and SM. Misty says, thank you. He is coming home early today. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. I hate when that happens. I do. I remember dreading those moments when he would come home. I remember. It's horrible. Makes your stomach hurt. Happy Heaven says, it was hard to understand that the narc is my oldest daughter, but no one is allowed to be so evil. You're right. You're right. Is she, you know, and if she's an adult, you know, if she can't be respectful and she can't make her choices, you know, you have to do what you have to do. I know it's hard. I know it is. I know it's painful, but no one is allowed to be so evil. You're damn right. You're darn right. I'm sorry. You're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah. Southern Belle says, that's what I did. No reaction. Answered everything with fine. Good for you. How did that work? Did that work out okay for you, Southern Belle? SM says, I'm doing well. I thought I'll take this trip, but it was a waste. Well, I'm so sorry that you didn't enjoy your trip, SM. I wish I could make it better. But you're doing better now? Happy Heaven says, thank you, everyone. Latanya Davis is in the house. Hey, Latanya, how you doing, honey? She says, hello, everyone. And Malta McMurtry says to Happy Heaven, I'm glad to hear that you're allowing yourself to heal. Me too. It is a beautiful thing, my friend. Shannon O'Brien is here again. Welcome back, Miss Shannon. She says, I'm wondering if anyone has experience moving an elderly narcissistic parent into an assisted living and or was stopping the driving. I'm still reeling from learning that she's in PD. Shannon, I do not have personal experience in this area. Does anyone else in the room have personal experience today? If you do, please share that information with Shannon. Shannon, I can do some research on this for you if it would be helpful and talk to some people. And you may also consider joining SPAN at queenbeing.com/SPAN, because I'm guessing somebody in that group that we have, last I checked, more than 5,000 members. So I'm certain that you will find someone there if you don't find someone here in this chat today. I imagine that would be a difficult situation, but certainly. Oh, you know who knows about moving elderly parents into nursing homes? My business manager, Melina. She had to help move both of her in-laws. I don't know that they're narcissists, but both of her in-laws into nursing homes. So she knows a lot of the, or assisted living. She knows a lot of the ins and outs of that stuff. As far as just the driving, I'm assuming you're driving your mother or your narcissistic parent around. You could look into things like Uber and stuff like that. It could get expensive, but maybe for medical appointments and stuff, I know that there are services that will do it cheaper or free, or maybe through Medicare. So look into that as well. And if anyone has ideas for Shannon, please do share them in the chat here, okay? And Shannon, if you want me to, I can do some more research for you and maybe have Melina come in and talk about it with me in a video. Madeline Gutierrez says, hello again, roomies and Miss Angie. Hey, Madeline, welcome back, sweetheart. She says, while my narc was just a male friend, non-romantic, 1 year was enough time to affect me. No contact is the only way to successful healing. She said, I was the poster child. Let me find the rest of her statement. Oh, it's too far. We'll get to your poster child part in a minute, Madeline, but I'm so happy to hear that you are healing, as you know, and I'm very proud of you, and I'm very happy that you're here sharing your story of success with these people, because your fellow survivors, my fellow survivors, because I think that it'll make such a huge difference. It always helps people to know that someone else has been there, someone else has gone through what they're going through, and that someone else is making it. So Madeline, big hugs to you, my love. Miss Jamie is back, but she has sad news. Let's see what she says. She says, oh, I screwed up, guys. I answered his call. I was in the middle of a good cry, but it is also a good thing because he started saying it's my fault. I abandoned him. He has no fault, blah, blah. Okay, Jamie B. So don't beat yourself up for answering the call. It's really hard to not answer the call when you're in the middle of a good cry sometimes, isn't it? And I know you're still dealing with all the legal stuff and the divorce and everything. I want to say this to you. I think maybe you're doing better than you think. And this is why I say this, because you just told me that it was a good thing because he started blaming you. And I think that reminded you of why you're staying away. Am I right? I hope you're okay, but I'm not mad at you, and I don't want you to be mad at yourself. We're all human, and it's very difficult. You guys were together a long time, and I'm really proud of you for being here right now and for saying it was a good thing that he started saying those things. And I think you mean because he recognized that he's really who we thought he was. Tell me if I'm warm here. Proud of you, girl. Susan Cronert Linsagen says, now it's time to junk my old 2002 Chevy Cavalier, not worth putting in almost $1,000 into for repair. You know what? I remember I did that a few years ago with my car. I had a really old car, not really old, but about a 10-year-old car, and I got rid of it and bought my first brand new car, actually, not anything fancy, a little Nissan, but it gets me around still today, and it's now paid off and still going, so I'm happy. I understand sometimes you got to junk some stuff when it's old and not working anymore, right? Dana Marie Scarletti says, hey, Angie, so thankful I made this one. Oh, Dana, I'm glad you're here, honey. Missed the first one. I know, we did miss you today. She said, I really need this today. I'm starting to feel paranoid of making others feel how the narc made me feel. Okay, let me remind you of one really quick thing, my friend. The fact that you're thinking about how others feel is kind of proof that you're not a narcissist. But now that you're aware of it, let me know what you're doing that makes you feel that way. Maybe I can help you get through it or help you figure out how to stop doing it. I think one of the most important things for you, sweetie, is going to be to always just, especially when you're feeling sensitive, I want you to stop before you say something, or even after you said it if you have to, and think to yourself, how would I feel if somebody said that to me? And if you can do that and you can think about how it would make you feel, I think it would change the way that you might speak to people if you are speaking to people rudely. But I'm guessing maybe you're just feeling paranoid because you're stressed out and having a hard time getting through this stuff. Please let me know more about this, Dana, okay? Southern Belle says, Shannon, I just did that one. And Malta says, hugs to Jamie, be not your fault. Once again, Malta and I are on the same page, my friend. Gail Catrice says, hello, everyone. Oh, hey, Gail. How are you, honey? She says, hello, everyone. I had my aha moment, and I'm going no contact real soon. It has been a process after 23 years of marriage. Gail, I totally feel you. And I want you to know you're not alone. We've got people in here who have been together 30 years, 40 years with their narcissist, and they're still ready to go where they've already gone. And I say, you go, girl. I'm proud of you. Tell us about your aha moment if you want to. I'd love to hear it. You don't have to if you're not comfortable with it, but if you are, I'd love to hear it. And I think our fellow survivors might also. Up to you, no pressure. Jamie B says, I hung up on him and I'm no longer sad. I'm so proud of you, Jamie B. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. She says, and I know I'm not going to answer again because he called back 3 times and I didn't pick up. Big hands up in the world. Jamie B. Good job. I'm so proud of you. That's a big deal. It's a big deal. Do you see that you have made this progress? Oh, look, you're giving me goosebumps. I'm really, really proud of you, Jamie B. That's amazing. It's amazing. You didn't screw up. You actually did something really awesome. You realized something. I'm really proud of you. That's all I have to say about that. Do you feel me? Are we on the same page here? Okay. Megan Vardaro says, forgive me if I'm pronouncing that wrong, Megan, says to Jennifer Stroth, just look in the mirror and tell yourself what you deserve. She says, be open and honest with yourself. If he doesn't give that to you, then you should move on to who or what gives you what you deserve. I 100% agree. And I think instead of moving on to a different person for a while, I want you to move on to yourself. And what I mean by that is I want you to give yourself what you want and deserve. Love yourself the way you want to be loved and accept nothing less from anyone. So it's going to take a little time for you to even know what you want. Give yourself some time. I don't know. I can't remember how long you said you guys were together, but it doesn't matter. Give yourself, a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, however long you need. I took a year, but my situation was pretty damaging. And love yourself and take care of yourself and do nice things for yourself and hang out with people on a platonic friendship level and reconnect with all the people that your narcissist pulled you away from. Give yourself some time to heal yourself. Decide who you want to be before you jump into another long-term relationship. I'm not saying you can't date and have a little bit of fun, but just give yourself a little time to heal before you jump into anything serious. I would really advise not dating too much at all, at least for the first few months, but I would support you either way, whatever you choose. I'm just telling you from my own personal experience and from what I've seen with my clients, we need that time. We need that time to be separate, to be by ourselves and take the time to kind of heal, to get involved with other healthy people in our lives, things like that. So I totally agree with what Megan said with that addition. Missy Trinkle says, Jay, maybe awesome. I'm glad you didn't answer the other calls. Me too. I'm so proud of you. You're amazing, Jamie B. I would give you a big hug if you were standing in front of me, girl. Shannon O'Brien says 39. I can't recall what I asked you, Shannon. Is that how many? What is that question? Hold on. What did I ask Shannon? Still really. I don't recall what I asked you, Shannon. I'm so sorry for 39. Okay. Malta says to Jay, maybe we believe in you. Yep. It's never too late to go no contact. Yep. Allow for self-compassion, forgive yourself, and move on. Life is a learning experience. Right here, Malta. You and me, we're right here. I totally agree with Malta. Tammy Kingery is back. Hey, Tammy, how are you, honey? She says, hi, Angie. I find myself making excuses for the narc because my dad is a narcissist and my mother tells me there's something wrong with all men. Yeah, there's not something wrong with all men. We have some men in this group who are amazing. I have some men in my life who are amazing. A lot of men, have issues, but not all men are narcissists. That's the thing. We know that women can be narcissists. A lot of us have had narcissistic mothers. There are men in here who have narcissistic wives or ex-wives, girlfriends, things like that. As far as this goes, making excuses for the narc because your dad is a narc, that's normal. It doesn't make you bad or wrong. It makes you human. We all, by nature, want to protect our person. And what's really funny is that I bet you every single one of us in this room could say all kinds of bad things about our narcissist while we were with them to ourselves or to our friends or whoever we thought we could say it to. But if someone else in our lives would try to tear down the narcissist around us, I bet a lot of us would have stood up for them, right? And I don't think that you're wrong for doing that, but I want you to stop doing it for yourself. What I mean is, if you need to make excuses to other people in your life while you're still dealing with that narcissist, okay, do that, because sometimes it makes life easier, right? But I want you to stop making excuses for the narcissist to yourself. I want you to start seeing the narcissist with open eyes, without any, narc glasses on, right? Without any glasses, rose-colored glasses or otherwise. I want you to see clearly who that person is and admit to yourself who that person really is and what you're really dealing with. Does that help at all? Does that make sense? Let me know. Megan Vardaro says, hands up for Gail. Megan, that's awesome. Thank you. All right, let's see here. Jamie B says, oops, I lost my place. Where'd it go? Here it goes. Jamie B says, thank you to Malta and Misty, and she something her phone. Where'd it go? La 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 la. I hate when I lose my place. Okay, wait, here she goes. Oh, it's a good thing I gave you that, Reg. It makes it easier to find you now in the chat. Jamie, she says, I turned off my phone. Good for you. Good for you. That's all you have to do sometimes. Dana Marie Scarletti says, Jamie, I'm so sorry that happened. I ended up blocking my ex-narc's phone altogether. Understood. Smart, and that's what I recommend for everybody. If you don't have to talk to them, block the crap out of them. If you have to talk to him for the kids or the legal stuff, then do it, but do it through text. I put up a video yesterday. For those of you, I had a client ask me about this and I had forgotten, and I finally sent her the email, but I had forgotten to send her the email, and she was, sorry, she had asked me about co-parenting apps. And so I put up an email. You guys, I'm so tired. I put up a video yesterday that contains links and ideas for 7 different apps for co-parenting, including one that actually allows you to fund the children's activities. It's really cool. Just take a look at that if you're interested at all. Okay. But outside of custody and stuff, you don't, if you're not dealing with children or legal things, you have no reason to keep them on your phone. Jamie B is dealing with that right now, though. She's dealing with divorce and legal issues. So Irish Indian says, I just want to take a moment to thank all of you who participate in View. You're a blessing, and it really helps me get through these rough days of recovery. Irish Indian, I totally feel you, and I agree with you 100%. I think that this is one of the most amazing groups I've ever, encountered on YouTube, and I feel really blessed to be part of it with you guys. So thank you. Dee Dee says, hi, everyone. Hey, Dee Dee, welcome, welcome. Happy to see you. Malta says, at Jamie B, amen. That is the spirit, girl. He said Jamie B. I threw in that girl part. Okay. Susan says, hugs to all of you who are having a crappy time. It will get better as long as you keep focused on your goals. And I totally agree with Miss Susan today. And she's really, Susan, you're doing such a good job. I'm so proud of you. Madeline Gutierrez says, being stuck and paralyzed. Oh, yeah. She says, I've made a very long to-do list, and I'm slowly accomplishing things, crossing off things I've accomplished. One day at a time, one moment at a time. I receive recovery in me, and I like it. I like me. Oh, Madeline, that is a beautiful thing. I'm so proud of you. Oh, my gosh. Big hugs, Rumi. So cute. I love that. That is really, really good, though, Madeline. I'm really, really proud of you. And this is inspiration for those of you who are not there yet. One day at a time, 1 minute at a time, if you have to. It gets better. I promise it does. And Madeline right there is proof of that. Fiction Fighter in the house. Hey, he says, oh, shoot, I have to go to work soon and you're live. Well, darn. I wish you could stay. I'm so sorry. Tammy Kingery said, well, Fiction Fighter, I don't know what your schedule is, but I do go live Monday through Friday at around 9:15, 9:30 a.m. So you can always come back for one of those if you can't stay today. Tammy Kingery says, hugs to Jamie B. Missy Trinkle says, awesome. I do that too. Sometimes it's very powerful. Good, good. Shannon O'Brien says, 30 years ago, I divorced my narcissistic husband. I got you. She says, but it's so different when it's my mother. Oh, girl, you're right. And it's painful. It's very, very painful. Madeline says, where are you? I'm right here, girl. Where are you? I'm in St. Louis. What's your question? Shannon O'Brien, it is different when it's your mother, and it's different when it's your mother because your mother is literally like at one point you may have been part of her body if you're not adopted. And it's, you came, you came out of her body. It's difficult and it makes you feel, that's a weird thing to say, but I say it because when I had my children, my mom never understood why I would let them take a bite of my food and still eat the food. And I said, because they came out of my body and it was a running thing. Anyway, bottom line though, when it is your mother, it's harder because your mother is someone who's been in your life since the day you were born often. And she's been probably very controlling of you, and you probably have a certain amount of obligation to her, fear, obligation, and guilt. And most narcissistic mothers are quite good at pumping up the guilt part and also the obligation. And, well, let's be honest, sometimes the fear, depending on your situation. So, yes, totally feel you. Megan, I sure hope you can hear me because I've been here talking this whole time and I've talked to you a few times. Susan says, take care. I'll have to go deal with car stuff. Good luck, Susan. Tommy D is back in the house. Hey, Tommy D. He says, what's a happening? Cute, cute, cute. Well, we're just talking stuff, doing things. Happy to see you, Tommy D. Muffy Lewandowski says, finally, I can hear you. Thank God. Yay. Yay. Fiction Fighter says, I wish I had the day off. Me too, honey. SM says, awful, but I am trying to fight it and remind myself at least I took the step to travel. Here you go. Look at you with your silver lining. I'm so proud of you. She says, next time it will be better and I'll be prepared if this happens again. Yes, absolutely. And I'm proud of you for trying to fight it. I don't want you to fight it. Hold up. Now, you guys are probably going to think I'm crazy when I say what I'm about to say, but when you try to fight something, you're still thinking about that thing, okay? If you want to attract better things into your life, instead of thinking about fighting it, think about just being happy, just feeling better, just feeling good, and do what you need to do. Think about what you're grateful for. This moment, SM, when you are going through these moments, these painful moments where you're trying to figure it all out, this is the time that you've got to sit down with your notebook and your pen and write down 10 things you're grateful for and 3 things you love about yourself. In the morning, in the evening, and any other time you feel just like that, you should do it. And the reason I say this is because this is the time when you most need to change your vibration, okay? Whether you believe in the law of attraction or not, it works. What you think about, you bring about. And if you think about it hard enough, you could admit that probably any time in your life when you have focused on intentionally choosing to be happy, you've been happier than when you haven't. Is that fair to say? So what I would suggest to you is stop trying to fight it and start flowing in the rhythm of happiness and love from yourself. You know how to do it. It's part of who you are. Feel it from your heart. Write down the things you're grateful for, the things you love about yourself, and start staying focused on that. That is going to be a huge weight off your shoulders, and it's going to totally change your vibration almost instantly if you start it right away. Yes, I hope that's a little bit helpful, sweetie. Southern Belle says, hey, Angie, I was supposed to go to court today for harassment charges, but I just couldn't. I couldn't look at him. I'm in trauma therapy to deal with his effects on me. So you mean his harassment charges then, right? Southern Belle, let me know. I understand not wanting to go, and I don't think you have to go unless you are trying to maintain an order of protection. I don't really know the deal, but did you have a lawyer there representing you? Let me know. Megan says, I have nothing. Nothing as in no video or picture. Oh, Megan. Can somebody let Megan know she should rewatch this after, because I've actually given her several little bits of advice and that sucks. Shannon says, thank you, Angie, for all you do. It's been so helpful for me. Thank you, Shannon. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Malta says, welcome back, Tommy D. Adriana I cannot talk today, y'all. Adriana Bordeaux is back in the house. Hey, Adriana, welcome back, honey. She says, hello, everyone. Malta says to Muffy, I'm glad to hear it. Megan says, hi, Adriana. Southern Belle says, yes, he would not know what to do next. Tommy D says, Southern Belle, I'm sorry to hear that jerk got away. Have no fear of that straight coward. Tommy D knows what he's talking about. I totally agree. 100%. Latanya Davis says, hey, Angie. Hey, Latanya. Angie L says, as a 50-year-old and never married, and now after healing from narc abuse, would it be selfish of me not to pursue a relationship in the future? Because that's how I've been feeling, always been self-reliant. Nope. It would not be selfish of you. It would be healthy of you if you don't want to. I'm going to tell you something, Angie L. I've already decided if my husband passes away before me, I'm never getting married again. Yes, I'm putting this on live video right now because I'm not saying I won't be in another relationship or something if if it happens like soon or whatever. And not that I want that. I'm just saying that I will never, ever, 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 ever get married again because I'm not having any more kids. And I'm not saying that getting married is only about having kids, but I will keep the same last name as my children and I will not get married again. That's how I feel. So no, I don't think it's selfish. If it is selfish, I'm selfish with you, girl, because I'm never doing it again. It's too much work. Not just that, not really. It's not too much work. It's just that even in a healthy relationship, nothing is perfect. You know what I'm saying? And I am also very self-reliant. I am also one of those people who prefers to be happy. and I have my own thing I want to do all the time. So I'm totally with you. And I don't think you have to be married. I mean, at 50, you're probably not wanting to have any more, have any kids, right? Or any additional kids. And not that you have to be married to have kids, but certainly, no, I don't think it's selfish. I say you go, girl. Own it. Honestly, I'm with you. Fiction Fighter says, Angie, I've listened to many of your vids, stopping to say hi and listening while I go to work. That's awesome, Fiction Fighter. And I'm really glad that you're here with us. Thank you so much for being here. Even that, I hope you're able to hear on the way to work. Adriana Bordeaux says, do you have any advice on how to want to get out there and make friends? I know where to go, but I'm hesitant. Well, Adriana, part of the thing that you want to do is baby step it, right? So if you know what to go and do, then maybe you take one step toward it. Maybe, it really depends on where you're struggling. You're hesitant because you're shy? Are you hesitant because you're afraid? Let me know so I can give you better advice. I actually have a little course over at my Life Makeover Academy thing where it's about friendship and how to reconnect with friends and make new friends. Excuse me. I can do a video on that if you want, Adrian. I think I've done a video on that actually before. But I guess I need to know some more details specifically about what you're struggling with on this. Is it like you just are stuck and you don't feel like going because you feel stuck in your life? Or let me know. SM says, it was what it was. I'm focusing on getting a job and then collecting some more money and going to travel again. I remember you had told someone to own the park. That was the part that was triggering. So I need to own my fear. Yeah, I agree with that. But at the same time, I want you to, if you need to take some time, to hole up in your house and stay comfortable for a minute before you're ready to do that, it's okay. I don't want you to beat yourself up for it. I want you to love yourself so hard that you love yourself happy. You know what I mean? You can't hate yourself happy. Never works. Melina and I have this running joke. I always tell her, girl, you can't hate yourself thin, because every time I tried to hate myself thin, I just got fatter. And when I started to love myself, I actually lost 100 pounds. So big difference. But Melina likes to hate herself thin. I think it's funny. It's a joke though. She's not really hating herself in real life. She's very cool. Melina's my office manager and also my BFF. So, yes. Okay. SM says, oh, I got that one. Okay. Muffy says, thank you, Angie and Malta. You are both a huge blessing and are two of the few that make this world a better place for many. God bless you both and your families. Thank you so much, Muffy. That means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to Malta as well. Southern Belle says, thanks, Tommy D. Happy Heaven says to Angie L, take all the love you can. Yes, indeed, my friend. That doesn't mean you have to get married again, though. Okay. Southern Belle says, Angie, I had to move my mom. Tell Shannon to contact me. Shannon, if you click on Southern Belle's name and you use the little drop-down box, you should be able to go to her channel and then, or her, which is her page or whatever, and then you can just send her a message there, and then you guys can connect. All right. Fiction Fighter says, awesome content and channel, by the way. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Let's see here. Happy Heaven says, you need to go for it and allow yourself to love and be loved. I totally agree. But that doesn't mean you have to get married if you don't want to, Angie L. You don't have to be married. Marriage is just an institution of society in so many ways, and religion, I guess. Paula Webb says, last night, Hey, Paula Webb, how you doing? She says, last night decided to try no contact for the third time now. He owes me a lot of money and he gambled away. I've refused to give back his things he left here until he pays it. He can't as he has no money. She said he literally disappeared on June 2nd and 4 days later contacted me from a girl's house claiming he needed some space but still loved me and wanted to be with me. OMFG, Paula. Ugh, you do not have to put up with that. I'm so sorry. You do not have to put up with that. I'm so proud of you that you're not with him and that you didn't tolerate that. I would not tolerate that. I would say that girl can have you. Enjoy your life. I'm selling all your stuff. I don't know if I'd sell all his stuff, but I would give him a limit of time if he really owes you money before you sell his stuff, and then I would seriously consider selling it. I don't know what the legal stuff is on that, so double check your local laws. I don't think David H. is in here today, but and I haven't seen Jillian's usually in the morning sessions, our two legal minds. So double check in your area with the laws on that. But I totally feel you, and I'm offended for you that he literally contacted you from a girl's house after disappearing for 4 days. Oh, okay. Marshall Hill says, hey, Marshall Hill, first of all, hello. He says, hey, Angie, what advice would you give to help my 13-year-old deal with a narc mom? He caught her in the middle of a smear campaign. It is hurt. The middle of the smear campaign is hurt her lack of recognition on her manipulation. Okay. Your 13-year-old is hurt by the lack of recognition of the mother's manipulation. Okay. Marshall, I did a video about this, actually, how to help a child with a narcissist parent. The best thing that I would tell you is to be there for her and explain to her. At 13, I have a 13-year-old son. At 13, a girl is going to be able to understand. My son is able to understand what it means. I would sit down with her and gently explain it to her in terms she can understand. Don't go crazy. Don't say mama's a bitch or mama's crazy or anything like that. Just be straight up with her and say, I believe that she's a narcissist and this is what this means. She lacks empathy for other people. Your daughter certainly has been the victim of, at the very least, invalidation from her mother. And no parent, in my opinion, should tear down other parents in front of the children. And I'm guessing that's exactly what she's doing. I hope that you are not doing it, even though it's difficult. If you have done it, I want you to take it back. I want you to say, you know, your mom and I have a lot of differences. This is what mom is. This is what I believe she's dealing with. You know, you might even say, I don't necessarily want you to say she's sick, but maybe you say, you know, she has a personality disorder that causes her to act this way, and teach her how to gray rock and teach her how to deal with it and explain to her that it's not about her or you. It's about mom's personality disorder. And check out those videos. You know, and again, if you're a 13-year-old, if you will know her better than anybody else, right? I know I have a 13-year-old boy and I know that he can understand these things at this age, but every child's different. And as you know, maybe she's been more sheltered, or maybe she's, you know, less academic and more, you know, physically, you know, developing, you know what I mean, like a sports person, or I don't know what her deal is, but I suspect that a 13-year-old could understand it. Just be very gentle in the way that you explain it to her. Let me know if you need any more help on that, Marshall. All right, let's see here. We have Michelle Webster, and she says, check with the transit system in your city to move. Okay. This is for the person, and I'm having a moment here, but who was looking for a way to get mom around, narc mom who's elderly. Shannon O'Brien says, no contact right now, too painful. I feel you, Shannon. I do. And that's okay. It's okay. Tommy D says, Adriana, I have a wonderful Bible-based church where I made many true, authentic, genuine Christian friends who support and love me. I don't know what your personal beliefs are, but for me, God delivered me. So Tommy D is a Christian, and Tommy D suggests Christian churches. I do not have as many positive experiences with Christian churches as Tommy D does. But I do recommend, I will tell you that a lot of churches, synagogues, other religious groups will support you very strongly, and Tommy D seems to have found one for himself, which I think is amazing. You can really meet some loving people in those situations. So, Fiction Fighter says, I'm a survivor, but still deeply feels that I am merely existing. I have been there, my friend. I have. And now might be the time for you, Fiction Fighter, to start. You're not pathetic. Don't say that about yourself. To start talking nicer about yourself, my friend. Start focusing on what you love and what you want in your life and not what you don't want. I suggest you get on queenbeing.com. Go to queenbeing.com/passion. There is a document there. It is free, called Passion Planner. And it might help you to sort of figure out what you want and what you don't want, and get a better idea of what you should be focusing on. I understand the feeling of merely existing. It's horrible. It's like, what's the friggin' point? But I think you're here for a reason, my friend, and I want you to start thinking about your passion. And I think that would be a good place for, you to start. It'd be a little kindling for your passion fire, get to go and get some sparks and whatnot. All right. Paula Webb says, a week after this man went no contact, he disappeared for 4 days, then called her from her friend's house, or from another lady's house, saying he was with her but needed a break, but now he wants to still be with Paula. She says a week later he changed his Facebook status to in a relationship with her. She says, I feel like giving him back his things, many of which we got rid of, like mine, like the TV. No, keep the things that you need. And throw the rest of his crap on the lawn. Wait a minute, I'm getting a little upset there. Don't do that. Just get rid of the things that you don't need, or give them back to him or whatever. I would not fight this person. I would not want to be with somebody like that. Okay. Fiction Fighter says, I am pathetic. No, you're not pathetic, and I don't want you to talk about yourself that way anymore, please. Oh, Rachel Campbell is here. Hey, Rachel. I missed you too, girl. You guys might know Rachel. She's been in a few of my videos with some questions that she asked me, video questions. I missed you, girl. I hope you're doing well. I'm so happy to see that you're on going to yoga class. That's so healthy and good for you. Proud of you. Big hugs. Let's see here. Rick Mash says, hi again, all. Angie, I wanted to thank you for the birthday song to my daughter. Aw. He says, I was at work and I couldn't type at the time, but I was listening and it made my day. I'm so happy to hear that. Rick, I'm so happy to hear it. It's silly, but I'm really glad that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Happy Heaven says, Shannon, I know it's hard, but it's the only way to contact. It was super hard for us to be. It's the only way. Yes. Thank you, Happy Heaven, for the lovely support of your fellow survivor. I always appreciate that. Shannon says, husband taking care of the details. It's 75% accomplished. Okay, girl. Just do what you have to do. Stay, eyes forward, straighten up your body, shoulders back, show the rack or whatever. This is good. You're making progress, and it sucks, but it's going to be okay. Southern Belle says, Shannon, I know where you are. Let me know if you want to talk. Tommy D says, and the more you build yourself up and are confident, you can repel these people because the light in you will outshine their darkness. That's beautiful, Tommy D, and so true. Jamie B says, yes, Angie, you are 100% correct. He reminded me what a D-bag he is. Love it. Totally with you. Proud of you, girl. Fiction Fighter says, I'm harder on myself than any narc could dole out on me, but they just made my existence worse, methinks. Yeah, isn't that interesting how we do that? Listen, you need to stop that. You need to stop beating yourself up. If you're away from a narcissist right now and you don't have a narcissist directly affecting you, my friend, stop letting them live in your head rent-free. Like, start taking back your life. Stop beating yourself up so much. What's really crazy is that, sure, there are some people who are so hard on themselves, they hate themselves thin, or they hate themselves successful, or whatever. But two things about that. Number one, if you're going to hate yourself forever, you're going to have a lot of really negative energy in your life. And number two, hating yourself never ends well. That might be part of the reason you ended up with an narc in the first place, or it could be an after effect of ending up with an narc. And either case, hating yourself does not fix your life. Loving yourself fixes your life. Love yourself. Vibrate in the direction that you want to vibrate. Don't think that you can hate yourself so hard that everything's going to get better all of a sudden. It doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. I want you to love yourself, Fiction Fighter. I want you to love yourself. Breathe and love yourself. That is your assignment of the day, my friend. Madeline Gutierrez says, today Tommy D said something that stuck with me, and I added a twist to it. The narc maze of circular logic is a toxic vortex that you must run, Forrest, run from. Yes, I like that. I'm going to copy paste that one. That's fabulous. Put your narc in bionic block. Yes, please. That is fabulous, Madeline. Love it. I even wrote that down this morning. This time I'm gonna copy paste it so I can have it because I don't have my pen right now. But I love that. Okay. Let's see. Shannon O'Brien says to Southern Belle it would be great to have support. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Happy Heaven says if anyone wishes to talk, I'm more than happy to be your buddy. There you go. Tommy D says I can't hear Angie. What? Tommy. Now I've just been talking to you all this time for no reason. I'm just kidding. Rewind, refresh, do the things. Nick Bro is here. Hey, Nick, how you doing? Hi, Angie changed up my name. Paranoid, but he can look me up. Totally understand. Not a problem. Hugs and love to you, my friend. Can't remember. Are you Leche or are you someone else? Remind me. I don't know. I can't tell. He can look me up. I can't tell. Rick Mash says, Jamie, you got this. Keep staying strong. Totally agree. Rachel Campbell says Angie's 100% correct about narcissists. I seriously hate the mind games and the toying around with your emotions that they do. With you, girl, and totally agree. Paula Webb says someone's telling him what he has done is okay. He has done this to other women and no one stood up to him. My friends and family are split nearly 50-50 on if I should keep it or not. Okay, listen up, Paula. Do what you think is right. Okay. If you are legally within your rights to keep what you want to keep, then keep what you want to keep and throw the rest of it out or get rid of it or sell it or whatever. I don't know what the law is where you live, so find out to be safe. But if the law allows you to keep the stuff or to sell the stuff, do what you need to do. Don't play around. Block him, be done with him. Obviously, he doesn't. Either he thinks that he owns you for real and that you won't have the nerve to do that, or he doesn't. And he doesn't care about that stuff. Either way, I would get it out of your living room, girl. Malta McMurphy says to Tommy, audio seems okay. This and refreshing the stream may help. Thank you, Mr. Malta. Southern Belle says, Shannon O'Brien, contact me via Messenger. Paula Dozier is my name. Okay. Fiction Fighter says, yeah, the mind fucks are the worst. Effects last way too long after. Agree. Yes. Jamie says, thank you, Rick. This group, y'all are rock stars. Love this group. Y'all are rock stars. Ditto. Rock stars. Love you guys. All of you. American Woman says, got asked out 4 times in a week. Of course you did. See, doesn't that show you that you don't need to sit around for some narcissist? I don't know. Congratulations. Take it careful. Take it slow. There's, as you know, plenty of fish in the sea. Tommy D says, Malta, how do I'm technically challenged. Aw. Okay, we'll get that worked out. Misty Trinkle says 23 years here too. Finally got a lawyer. That is amazing, Misty. I'm so happy to hear it. SM says, Jamie B, yay, yay. Hands up for Jamie B. Fiction Fighter says, I isolate myself because of all the damage. Oh yeah, I've been there and done that. Yeah. Okay, so you're trying to figure out how to get back out there. Okay, so Fiction Fighter, maybe you want to begin with an activity that is like you focused. For example, maybe you want to go and get some canvases and some paints and paint something, and then maybe the next painting you do, you can go to a paint and sip class or something, and where you go and you socialize, or you don't even really socialize, just stand in the room with people. Well, you can socialize if you want to, but you don't have to, while the instructor has you paint this picture. And it's a lot of fun. It's easy, and I find it quite relaxing. Actually, we'll be doing a segment on art therapy in our upcoming summit that I have not announced yet. Okay, you'll like that. All right, let's see here. Nick Bro says, 1 month gone, I'm finally getting job offers starting over, which I needed because I looked at his Facebook with no relationship info to show. My fault. I watched a social media game. I feel you. And I'm glad that you are back in the game, my friend. Happy Heaven says, Jamie B, bravo, dear. And Malta says to Tommy D, if you're on a PC or Mac, click the reload or refresh button. That is usually the same location. Okay. Malta said, okay. Malta's got help with Tommy D. Okay. Diane Marie Palace is here. Hey, Diane Marie. How are you, honey? She says, I was in a 14-year relationship with a narcissist who always told me that I was the narcissist. Did my research after the fact, and now he's with a criminal drug addict and married her. Well, Miss Diane Marie, it sounds to me like you escaped the mess. It is messed up that he is with a criminal drug addict and married her, but I guess that's karma coming back for him. I don't know. Not your problem anymore. So I'm really glad to hear that you're out of there. How are you feeling? Are you managing okay? Let me know. Fiction Fighter says, most of the time I'm fine with, and by the way, narcissists will try to tell you that you're a narcissist. So be aware of that, especially if you tell them they're one first. But also, if you're not doing what they want, sometimes they twist things and they turn things around and they convince themselves that they are a victim. They like to play the victim. So be aware of that. Fiction Fighter says, most of the time I'm fine with being alone, but I get hit with heavy regrets occasionally. I totally feel you. I've been there. It's okay to be alone. It's also okay to have some good friends in your life. And, sometimes your family turns out to not be the people that gave birth to you, and that's okay too. So however it works for you. But I do suggest it's fine to be by yourself, but I suggest consider working into getting yourself a little bit of a community going, or at least a small, circle of friends that you can trust. And that, getting out there a little bit might help with that. Dana Marie Scarletti says, I'm just so hurt and I'm too scared to say much of anything. I don't feel worth anything. I'm too scared to drain people the way I was drained. I keep most of everything to myself. Sweetie, I think you're dealing with a little bit of maybe CPTSD. I absolutely understand, and I also understand not wanting to drain people. I also understand not wanting to share things with people. But I'm glad that you're here and that you're just sharing a little bit with us. And I want you to stop beating yourself up so much. It's okay to keep it to yourself for a little while. But I think that if you begin to open your heart and your mind to the possibilities of taking it to the next level, of talking to more people, doing more things, I think that's going to help a whole bunch in your situation. So keep that in mind. All right. Yeah. Fiction Fighter says, most of the time I'm fine with, yeah, I just read that. I'm so silly. Heavy regrets are normal, but remember, sitting around being sad about what has already happened is really a waste of your energy. You can't change it. Certainly we're going to have our moments and we need to go through the mourning period, but I want you to minimize that mourning period if you can, set an end date to it, and begin focusing on moving forward. Being fine is okay, but feeling really good is really better. So think about what makes you feel good, even if you are alone, and do those things. Do more of those things, and find something that makes you feel excited and happy, and maybe other people who also like to do those things. It's a good way to build a community without getting too intimately close to people, but still having people to talk to and having people around you. It's a start. Dana Marie Scarletti says, oh, I already read that one. I feel like I just missed a bunch of, all right. Happy Heaven says, you all make me so proud how strong you all are. It's so beautiful. I totally agree. Happy Heaven. Jamie B says, thank you, SM, and Happy Heaven. Happy Heaven sends much love. Southern Belle says, my ex-narc has a new girlfriend and has a house, but his family thinks he's crazy, but I'm the one left with scars in therapy. I'm paying the bills left. I'm so angry. You have every right to be angry, and I'm really sorry that you are stuck in that situation. If it helps you to know this, when I left my ex-husband, I switched all the bills over into his name. Well, for 5 months before I bought my home that I purchased after I left him, I lived in I basically, I stayed at someone's house that had gone into a nursing home. They needed someone to live in the house before they sold it. So I was living in the house for 5 months, saving my money to move into, to buy the house I was going to buy, for a down payment on that house. Anyway, so I did that. And while I was doing that, yeah, I felt pretty crazy. No, I'm telling you this for a reason, because I thought, would pay all his bills. He didn't. And then you know what he did? Because we were still legally married at that time, He ran up his bills and got his stuff turned off. And then he called up all the companies and said, I came back and that I wanted the bills in my name. And he switched the bills over into my name. And then when I went to buy my house 5 months later, guess what? I had to pay all those bills. It sucked. It was terrible. I was very, very angry, very angry. And so I feel you completely, and I'm sorry. I wish I could give you a better information than that. The anger sometimes will help you push forward in your healing. So use it if you can, release it when you're ready. Okay. Jihan is here. Hey, Jihan, welcome back. Says, I have a burning sensation in my head. I still believe the narc is superior, that I deserve the abuse and all the bad, horrible stuff he said was true. What do I do? Jihan, you have to change your mind. Is this like a thing that's based on religion and your religious beliefs? What makes you think the narcissist is better than you? Is it because you were just so brainwashed by it? I feel like you know logically that isn't correct, but you still believe it. And so that makes me think, is this something in your religion that's doing it? Something that you were brought up with, men are more important than women or something? Or is this specifically related to that narcissist? You didn't deserve that stuff, Jihan. You did not deserve that stuff. Nobody deserves that stuff. Nobody. And you deserve to be loved and cared for in the same way that you would love and care for a person. You certainly are not inferior to the narcissist, and you did not deserve the abuse. And none of the bad, horrible stuff he said was true. Just know that stuff. I want you to change your narrative. I want you to say, I am equal to or greater than the narcissist. Okay? I want you to say, I did not deserve any abuse. I deserve to be treated with love and respect. I want you to say, none of that bad, horrible stuff he said was true. I am a good person. I deserve to be loved. Focus on vibrating the what you want, not what you don't want, my love. Fiction Fighter says, I feel for everyone who has gone through the traumas of bad relationships. I feel you, Fiction Fighter. I feel you, my friend. Nick Bro says, yes, give it time. A friend of mine wanted to go to a bar. I just couldn't. I'm not ready. And that's okay. It's okay not to be ready. Give yourself a break. Honestly, don't beat yourself up about it. It's okay. Yes, totally agree. Dana Marie Scarletti says, all I have is my mom and my sis, but they're both so hurt and healing from my dad's abuse. I'm too afraid to ask my mom to even sit with me at my house when I'm feeling completely alone or lonely. I understand completely, Dana Marie. Have you thought about getting, maybe joining one of those meetup groups now or something, or softball team, baseball team, church group, book club? What are your thoughts on that stuff? Southern Belle, Shannon O'Brien will message you later on Messenger. She's new to social media, so it may take her a while. Stop the Chaos says, I cried it out yesterday until noon, and then I considered what if we worked out. Oh, very interesting. Listen to this, you guys. And I do believe I'm going to have to wrap up on this one because I'm a few minutes over, but I have to read this one because this is so... Listen, everybody. When you have a hard moment, and I'm going to share this with you from Stop the Chaos. When you have a hard moment and you want to cry it out and you deal with all the stuff, and Jamie B's story today reminds us as well. She said she considered, what if it had worked out? What would that be like? And she immediately thought, oh shit, no way. And she refocused on life. She said, thanks to the kick in the pants from me. I am very, very proud of you for that. And Jamie B had a very similar circumstance earlier where she said that she accidentally answered the phone when she was upset, and then she was reminded why she wasn't with that guy, with that narcissist. That is so important. And you know what? It's a beautiful thing, my friends. Yes, indeed. I'm proud of you, and I hope that you continue to keep going. Aw, Tommy says, I'm hating on T-Mobile right now. This blows. Aw, Tommy, I'm so sorry. I use Verizon myself. I'm not affiliated with them. I maybe should be. I don't know. Okay. Misty Trinkle says, I did that too. Stop the Chaos. Happy Heaven says, stop the chaos. Well done for you. Yeah. Okay, you guys. Malta has love, sends love. And okay. I have to wrap up right now. Please continue to, yep. Jamie B says, stop the chaos. Same girl, same. Same girl, same. Okay. Good job resisting the urge. Totally agreed. Okay, guys. Something was a typo, Shannon said. I missed it. Shannon, I'm sorry. Do you need help paying them? What? Gail Catrice, I just reached a final straw. Okay. I was trauma bonding and kept listening. No more. Good for you, Gail Catrice. She said, I reached a final straw of him telling me about his new life. I was trauma bonded and I kept listening. No more. Good for you. Yes. Okay. I'm wrapping up. Wait a minute. Southern Belle. I don't know if we're friends on Facebook, but if you message me through Facebook, I will connect you with Melina, my business manager. Like I said, she's just had to move two of her in-laws into a nursing home in the last 2 years. And she really knows a lot about what to do, at least from this state's perspective. So maybe she could at least guide you and help you in that way too. And I still think that Happy Heaven might also might be able to help you as well. I know there are ways that you can get Medicaid to pay for nursing homes, but I don't know the whole situation with your mom. So if Happy Heaven knows it, great. If you need help with figuring that stuff out, let me know and I'll connect you with Melina. Maybe she can give you some advice or insight on that. All right. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm wrapping up for right now. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this amazing group. Thank you for being a part of my life and a part of my day. Thank you for letting me be a part of yours. It really means so much to me. And I'm so glad that you're all here and that you're so supportive of each other. I feel really blessed every day, every time I talk to you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Today, I'm grateful for you. All right, I'm outie. I will see you later today, hopefully for another video sometime this evening. And I will also be here tomorrow morning as usual for our live session. Thanks so much again. I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.